everyone, I'm Dr. Sonali and I welcome you all to CSC Core Concepts in the series Data Science with Python. So we have been discussing about the various implementation of various machine learning algorithms. So in my previous video, we discussed about the KNN classifier. In this video, I intend to discuss about the association rule mining. Regarding the theoretical understanding of the association rule mining, precisely the a priori algorithm. It is there in my machine learning playlist and its implementation in RStudio is also there. I will share the link in the description as well as in the comment section. I recommend you to please go through the theory first so that you can understand how we perform association rule mining. Now let us get started with the implementation in Python. So let us have a look at a data set. This is a cosmetics data set where the one store has this many items. 14 items, right? So it sells bag, blush, nail polish, brushes, etc. And each of these records are the records of the customer who purchased them. Like the first customer purchased blush, nail polish, brushes, concealer, bronzer, lip liner, mascara, and an eyeliner. Okay, so these are all the transaction records, and there are almost 1000 records. Okay. So let us get started by implementing it using Python, where we can understand the association between the products which are most likely to become a rule by stating some threshold for support and confidence. So let us first import some important libraries which we may require. So as of now, I do not know what am I going to require. So I will import specific only the basic libraries, and as and when we require, I will explain to you which one we require and we will import them, right? So I am importing the basic NumPy, Pandas and the Matplotlib library. Basically Matplotlib for visualization, Pandas because I will be using a CSV data set which I have already kept in the Google Drive, this cosmetics data set. So what I have to do is that I have to mount my Google from my I have to mount the Google Drive with the Colab. So I have to do this Colab. So Google Drive, I have to mount it. Drive dot mount, and I have to share the link. Okay, so content and my drive. So my Google Drive will be connected, right? So I have done that. Now I have already kept the data set in my library, in my Google Drive. So I will be just importing it using the Pandas library. So let me take a data set which is equals to, okay, so so data set is equals to pd dot read underscore CSV. It is a CSV file. The name of the CSV file is my drive. It is cosmetics.csv, right? And let us have a look at the some of the data. So let us say data set dot head. Let us see the first 5 records. The first 5 records. Okay, so here you can have a look at the data set. So the data which I just showed you, we can even print some of the details about the data set, namely dataset.d types, which will tell us the data types which are used in the data set. Dataset.columns. Okay, then we can use the dataset.index. Let's see how many records are there, and dataset.values, what type of values are there. So you can get a information that all these objects are of type objects because we have yes and no. These are the data. Okay, the index is ranging from 0 is the start and stops at 1000, means there are 1000 records, and the values are yes and no. Now what we need to do is that our algorithm to work, we need the values to be either Boolean type, true or false, or binary, that is 0 or 1. Okay, so we need to replace this yes and no with our true and false, right? True and false instead of yes and no. So we will say data set dot replace. So we are going to replace yes, which is written with yeah. So yes has to be replaced with true, and the no which is being written, that has to be replaced with a false. And I want it to be implemented in the same data set, not to create another new data set. So I am saying in place is equals to true. Okay. So this is data set dot replace, right? Now I may even say, let's say for example, I can just see the data set now, data set dot head of 5. So you can see now the parameters are in the form of true and false instead of your yes and no, right? So well, good. Now what I want to do is I want to call my a priori algorithm. So whatever algorithm says, first we have to find out the most common products, like using the support. So for support, I have to give some threshold value. So whatever products fulfill that support, then I will put it for understanding of the confidence, so that I can make a rule. So rule will tell that how confidence will tell that how much the rule is how much the association between the product is true to become a rule. Now, for implementing my a priori algorithm as well as finding out the association rule, I will have to use the library ml extend dot frequent patterns is the module which will help us to mine the frequent patterns. We will import association rules as well as the a priori algorithm. Okay, these two we have to import, otherwise we will not be able to do it. Now first I will be mining the frequent item sets using the support, right? And then we will try to frame the rules, right? So frequent item sets is equals to a priori, and the arguments which I will have to give is the data set, right? Now the minimum support I require is, let's say, 25%. So I'm giving 0.25 and use column names is equals to true. I want to use the column names, right? Now let us, you want to see the frequent item sets which fulfill this criteria. So let us print them, frequent item sets, and let's see. These are the 12 products which fulfill the minimum support of 25%. That is blush, that is 0.3%. Then you have nail polish, then you have concealer, bronzer, mascara, eyeshadow, foundation, lip gloss, lipstick, eyeliner, and these are the products. Understood? Which are fulfilling the minimum support condition, right? Now from these individually they are fulfilling. Now the combination I want is eyeliner and concealer, a mascara with eyeshadow, foundation and lip gloss. These are very, very common. Now after the support I want to find out that how these are rules. Okay, now how true is the rule to form a true is the association to form a rule. So let us say rules is equals to, I want to find out the association rules of the frequent item sets just now which I have mined. Okay, so what I want is to find out the confidence. So metric is equals to confidence. So if you are giving the confidence you want to find out, then you have to give the minimum threshold. So let's say I am giving 70% threshold, that 70% times the combination should appear so as to become a rule. This is my criteria. So let us print the rules. Let us see how many of them fulfill the minimum threshold. So these are this antecedents and consequence, means because people are buying mascara, they are buying eyeshadow. See, this is a rule, eyeliner, concealer. Now this rule can be two-way also, because people are buying eyeliner, they are buying concealer, or it can be other way also, that because they are buying concealer, they are buying eyeliner. So we have to find out which is true based on the confidence. So this one is true, that is because people are buying mascara, they are buying eyeshadow. The support of mascara is what? 0.37. The consequent support, that is eyeshadow, is 0.38. And the support confidence lift we will refer later on. So this is fulfilling my, these are all the other metrics which are coming. So confidence is what? 0.89. Okay, 89% confidence. Then the other way is also true, that because people are buying eyeshadow, they are buying mascara. So the confidence is 84%. And the third one is because people buy lip gloss, they are buying foundation, it is 72%, right? So mascara to eyeshadow, this is a very good rule which is forming both ways, okay? And lip gloss to foundation is a rule. Foundation to lip gloss is not qualified. Eyeliner to concealer is not qualified. Now you can even reduce. If you want more rules to form, you can create your own threshold values and just try. See, the number of rules increased when you reduce the threshold to 50%, right? So eyeliner to concealer, concealer to eyeliner, fine. Mascara to eyeshadow, eyeshadow to mascara. So all three are fulfilling both ways for the minimum threshold. Let us keep it short. So 0.7, that is fine. Okay, this is an hyperparameter which you can change. Now you can, if you have n number of rules, many rules, okay, and if you want to see only few of the rules which are having the maximum confidence value, so you can use this function n largest, where you can say n is equals to 50 or whatever value. That means how many rules you want to see. Columns is equals to lift. You are filtering based on the lift values, right? The first 50. But the first 50 lift values, here we have only 3. So 3 are being done. Now what is lift? Lift is, if you have gone through the theory, that is why I'm insisting repeatedly that please go through the theoretical part so as to understand this properly. So sometimes even if the support and confidence are fulfilled, that rule is not true enough. Let's say if eyeshadow to mascara is true, we are saying the combination is true, but sometimes we have even seen that the sale of individual eyeshadow and individual mascara is higher than the combination of both of them. Understood? So that will be checked using the lift criteria. So let's see the rules, lift values, where let us first find out the lift values having the lift is a measure of correlation, right? So let us see how the correlation. So less than 1 lift is not there. So none of them are negatively correlated. Okay. So let us say greater than 1. So greater than 1, yes. 3 of them are positively correlated. Here the lift value is 2.3, 2.3. So they are very highly correlated. This shows they are highly correlated mascara eyeshadow. So they go very strongly for being a good association rule. Now what you can do is that here if you are decreasing this threshold value, let's say you are creating it 0.5, right? Now here in this case also we can see all the lift criterias are very high. Similarly here even minimum support, if you do not want this support, if you want to reduce the value of support, let's say you are saying 15% of support, 0.15. So you can see your data has changed. So now because if you reduce the support threshold, 43 items are there, right, in your fulfilling the support. So threshold, let us keep 50%. So you can see so many products have been listed. Now if I want to see the lift values greater than 1, it has reduced. Understood? So this depends on how many rules you want. So these are the hyper parameters which you can change, right? Generally the support and the confidence values are something which are been given by the customer or the user or the person who is using the system, right? So you can say, okay, so let us again go back to our rules, right? So this is how you can create them. So let us execute it, because now we will go for some data visualization. So let us keep it what was our original one, so that it is easier for us to view the rules. So I hope you understood that how can we see the lift values greater than 1, less than 1. Now let us go for some visualization. So let us plot some scatter plots. So we can use PLT. We have already done it, right? We have already imported the matplotlib package. Now we can have different types of plots we can do. We can make a plot of support versus the confidence, right, of the 3 products. Confidence. So you can always write down PLT dot X label is equals to support. X value is the support you want to show. plt dot y label. So you can, we have already studied about this. If you are not sure, you can go through the matplotlib library tutorial, which is available in data science with Python. So you can see that how we can give the labels. So I can plot the graph of support versus confidence. Okay, and I can even I have to write down plt dot show. So I'm creating basically a scatter plot. So you can see the three items. The For the first one, support versus confidence, I am plotting. For the first item, if the x-axis is my support, so x support is 0.3 something. For the confidence is around between 0.82. So yeah, the confidence here was very high, right? One of the confidence was almost 0.899160. So this one is that product. 84 is your this one product. That is the second one, eyeshadow to mascara. And the third one, lip gloss, is this. Similarly, you can create the visualization charts for the others also. Let's say you want to create it for support versus the lift values. Okay, so that also you can create. Let's say then you can create confidence versus lift. That is also possible. So anything, whatever you want to do, you can just plot it and just have a look at it. So you can see this is support versus lift. Okay, so these are the two items, right? Because it is it was 2.3 for two products. It was 2.3 because mascara eyeshadow and eyeshadow mascara both are sharing the same value, and another one is 1.3. Okay, so it will come over here 1.3. So I hope you understood this video, that similarly you can create for confidence versus lift also and go for the visualization. So I hope you understood this video, and if you want to understand the same implementation in RStudio, that is also available in my playlist. So please go through them, and if you have any doubts, please do write to me in the comment section. And in the next video, we will come up with a new implementation of a new machine learning algorithm. Thank you, and please like, share and subscribe to CSE Core Concepts.